Yeah, I don't think that remote's gonna work. Ask our viewers if they hear us. I think I just broke
No,
it.
the light's not on.
Yeah.
Try unplugging it and plugging back.
I think I just broke the cord. I heard a crack.
Oh dear.
Ask them how the sound is here.
Is it starting?
Yep.
You-
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah, there
Good
you
morning,
go.
everyone.
Good morning.
We're checking to see how we're sounding.
Is
Can
that-
you guys let us know in the comments?
Ask if the sound is okay without the microphone.
Yeah. Can you guys hear us okay this morning? Oh, Morgan says we can hear.
All right. Well, there we go.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
We're
gonna
have
plug
to
it in
bring it
now.
forward.
Does the light come on?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, we need to get a new dongle. Then.
Yeah. We're having dongle issues this morning.
Happens to the best of
Yeah.
us.
What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Morning Brick, the best source of news, leaks, rumors, opinions, discussions, thoughts here at Atlanta Brick Code TV at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Absolutely.
Was that everything?
Yes. Lego news though.
Lego. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did I forget Lego? Okay. Well, let's kick it off as
Yeah.
Mark usually does and talk a little bit about our Lego weeks this week. What do you got going on in your Lego week there, Chris?
Oh, I got too much going on. We've got this big mock that we're working on finishing, and Mark and Steven left or are getting ready to leave for the Dude Perfect cruise.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
which I'm super excited for them to be doing that, and they're not.
Yeah.
Like super
I know, right?
excited.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, man, I would love to have an opportunity
Right.
to do something like that.
Get paid to go on vacation.
Who wants to go on a cruise
Right?
to the Bahamas and build
I know,
Lego
right?
on the cruise?
On a cruise
Sounds
ship.
terrible.
Oh.
Sounds awful.
It's different if you're actually doing it. So anyhow, so Daniel and I have to finish it ourselves, and there's not much more to do on it. But this is such a big
Packing it
model.
up is-
You'll
yeah.
see it
Yeah,
eventually.
the packing
This
is gonna be. Yeah.
It's going in a crate on a pallet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to crate it and ship it across country. And so anyhow, there's that, and then there's Orlando that we're working on, getting everything ready for, and then we got Atlanta BrickCon coming up.
Oh yeah, right around the corner.
Right, and then right after that, there's a show in Orlando that we're doing down in Kissimmee, the Brick Convention. So we got a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. How about you, Randy? What's going on in your Lego week?
I'm excited. I have a large package of the new series CMFs coming to my house today.
Oh, there you go.
Yay!
Which ones are you looking forward to?
I like the little space baby.
A space
With the
baby.
space,
How many
the
did you
classic space. I have a lot coming, so I'll be bringing some into you, Chris.
Oh, ones you don't want.
So
All the
you're trying to get a
duplicates.
set.
I'm trying to get a
Right.
set. Yes,
How many did you feel like you had to order to get a set?
I have. Oh wait, how many do I have coming? I feel like it's
It was
large for me.
It's like 20 or something.
Yeah, and I think it
26.
ended up being. Oh wait, I think it ended up being like 24 or 25
I
or
don't know if
something.
that's
So
gonna be
I know
enough.
it was large for me. I should say.
I heard
Should get you much
recently.
to
But I'm getting pretty good at feeling them, Animal. It's my new favorite
Yes.
pastime.
It really isn't hard.
No, right.
But you need to. It's a skill
Yeah.
that you have to get good at, and it's like you look for that accessory.
That's right,
you know,
yeah.
That the easy, you cherry pick the good stuff, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't do it.
Right.
I make a lot of mistakes.
A couple of them are hard. There's a couple on The Simpsons that are kind of hard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh well, don't even get me started on Unikitty or.
Oh yeah.
Mario.
Oh yes, right. Oh the Mario. Oh, I haven't tackled
Those ones
Mario
are
yet, but yeah.
Well, my Lego week, in classic Daniel fashion, weeks away from a convention, I've decided to undertake a new project that I will try and finish before then. And it's Seatron, baby!
Yes.
I've got more
That
Seatron.
is, can I touch that? That is
Yeah.
nice.
Right.
I haven't washed it yet, so it's
Uh-huh.
still got the pre-treatment on it.
It's nice. It's a good.
Because
It's
Randy just
good.
printed it for me yesterday. But I have more Seatron ships to make that I'm going to try and make to go with the monorail. So we'll see if I can get
I
any of
love
those
it.
finished
I
before
feel like-
Atlanta BrickCon. Otherwise, they'll be at Brick Fair, Virginia.
You need a red cape with that. I feel like.
A red cape?
For the,
Oh,
yeah, I
okay,
feel like you
yeah.
should have a cape with that.
Sweet.
I'm going to take this
Seatron.
off 'cause it's
Yeah,
on.
it's a little warm. Yeah.
All right, let's do some news.
Great.
What do you
So
got,
you're
Chris?
bringing a lot to Atlanta BrickCon, right?
I figured this one was close, so why not take as much?
Did
as
you
I can.
have to reserve a certain amount of table space?
I did, yeah. I think it'll still be divvied up by theme. I think he's migrating towards doing it more that way than tables by person. So I reserved 2 tables worth, but I think it'll be kind of spread around.
And what theme will they put you in?
Well, Citron will probably be with space. What else did I have? The Yavin 4, I'm sure, will be Star Wars if there's a Star Wars category. So I'm sure I'll be kind of all over the place.
And
like I am
they
at Break
sold
Fair.
out of exhibitor space.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
There's a ton of vendors this year. So
You may be looking at different venues for next year.
I think it's going to be a big convention.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The only thing I hope people are patient because it is his first year being a big convention.
Yeah.
So
There's going to be some,
there may
I'm
be
sure.
some hiccups, but I think it's going to be awesome.
It's my first one. I'm very excited.
There you
Our
go.
whole family's going.
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
And it starts on Thursday, Friday for
What is that, the
exhibitors.
2nd or 3rd
Yeah.
or something? Yeah.
And I know we are, this will be the first convention I've been to where they've given big prizes besides trophies to exhibitors.
Oh, yeah.
So
Wait, I don't want to stress out. Brick Mom VA, she says she's still working on your Ren Fair cape. We could do that next. We'll do that. That'll be your next project.
my mom
She's
made
great.
me a Ren Fair cape.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I have it's a whole, got the hood and everything. It's
You still
really
have it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mom's a good custom seamstress.
Right?
I incorporated it into pretty much every costume, except my John Wick costume.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
that one
do
didn't
that.
go. Didn't quite go with
He
that
doesn't
one.
wear a
Yeah.
cape.
That was a good costume.
I got a little sneak peek of the Ren Fair, so I'm pretty excited to see when it comes out. Mm-hmm.
You'll like it too,
Yeah.
Chris.
All right, Lego news.
I would say the
Right.
biggest news.
Yes.
The biggest news. Can you guess what it is?
Can I guess what the biggest
This week.
news is
Is it
this
the
week?
first thing on your list?
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, I
Daniel
didn't see what's on his
cheated.
list.
Daniel cheated.
Is it something to do with Star Wars?
No.
No. Oh, I don't know.
They're discontinuing dots.
Oh, I did hear that this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Poor Brickmaster Amy.
Oh.
I really like dots.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique. And then like every time I look at those tiles that say BFF on it,
Oh, yeah.
LOL,
Yeah.
it's just like, I have a daughter, and I grew up with young girls thinking that's cool.
So
and all
cute,
that.
right?
It's
Yeah.
just- it really, I like it a lot, and it's a shame that they're discontinuing it. But where I think they went wrong
Oh.
is too many bracelets.
Yeah.
Okay, you
It
got
was too much of the same.
too
Yeah.
much of the same thing.
I
Whereas
agree.
what we sell a lot for dots is we can't keep the sorting trays full
Mm-hmm.
in stock.
Right.
But nobody buys the bracelets.
Nope.
And I think they put too much focus on the bracelets. But
Right. When I saw that, they mentioned though they're still going to keep the pieces. They'll still sell the pieces and everything, but it's just not going to be part of the Dots family
on
anymore.
the they want the pieces out there, the tiles
Yeah.
for the mosaics. So
Gotcha.
you'll have to buy the mosaics, and maybe they'll do more mosaics.
Mhm.
Speaking of speaking of mosaics, there's
Oh.
one right there.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, hey.
That was one of the first Lego
Look at
mosaic
this.
sets, and this came with the clear 16 by 16 base plate.
Oh.
And this is pretty old. This is 2007.
Yeah.
So what is
Wow.
that? 15 years old. That's unique though. I think that's the only set that base plate came in.
Yeah, there might have been a few different mosaic sets, but they were all that type of thing for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very neat.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Mark
Yeah.
obviously likes that. He's hoarding it away. in
He's
there.
hoarding it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a sealed one,
I was
but
gonna
he
say.
just wants that clear base plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the dots packs because they were good to add to your cart to push you over like a threshold or something. The little $1.99
Because the
packs
price
or
per
whatever.
piece is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they would have a cool thing in them. Like in every series, there was either like a cool satin color, or
Mhm.
I think in the last one there were trans neon green quarter tiles, which were awesome. So
We're not
they throw some good stuff in
we're
there.
not doing a good job responding to
Oh,
Yeah, let's see
I'm
who
sorry.
else in the comments.
our comments here.
Yeah.
What we got this morning? T Valkyrie, we got Morgan,
Morgan's
Chris
here.
Dodson.
Chris.
We got the night
Robert
guy.
VA.
Robert Claxton.
Grumpy.
Travertine.
We got Grumpy J.
Grumpy J.
Yep.
Brick Mom Virginia. OK Chief and Rocky's Guy Brick Store.
Sweet.
Let me guess, that's a Lego store in Colorado.
Right. It sounds like it
Rocky's
should
Guy
be
Brick
Rocky's
Store.
Guy.
Morgan
I like it.
asked, if I go to Atlanta BrickCon next year, would it make sense to get an exhibitor pass, even if I'm not bringing stuff to display, to get into certain events not available to regular ticket holders?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yeah, I would say, I haven't personally been to Atlanta BrickCon. I've only been to larger conventions like Chicago and Brick Fair, Virginia. But I think it's always worth going as an exhibitor if you've got the free time to do this stuff, because that's where you get like a better sense of community with the other people that are there if you want to actually bond with Lego people. Whereas on the public days, you can see all the stuff, but you're going to be mixed in with all the crowds, and everybody's going to be kind of focused on watching their stuff and not having cool interactions.
And that goes along with any convention. I tell everybody, get the 4 or 5 day pass because you get early access just not to have to wait in line and deal with the crowds.
You also, at some of the big ones, you can't see everything in one day. It's not possible. You can barely see everything in the 4 or 5 days.
And I don't think they're doing a yard sale at Atlanta BrickCon, but
not as far as I
at Brick
know.
Fair Virginia and Brick World, it's worth it just, for the yard sale.
Man, that's the stuff dreams are made of. Hey, ZanLab, how you doing? Gabriel Ribeiro, are they replacing the dots with anything similar? Yeah, so we said they're going to be keeping some of the parts around, and they'll keep doing mosaics, but they're not going to do the dots branded lines for like the bracelets and the little mini packs of just dots and whatever other dots branded products are.
So the night guy said he's going to be there, and this is going to be his first convention ever.
Awesome.
All right.
And OK Chief said, I rewarded Joe yesterday on the live stream by buying him a brickhead. I wasn't here. Which brickhead did he get?
Wow.
Oh, wait, he told me.
He wants the Lord of the Rings ones, but I think he probably ordered.
No, it was, he told me and I can't remember.
No.
Let us know which one it was.
Yep.
OK
I didn't hear
Chief.
that part.
Yeah, he told me, but I can't remember what it was. Tunner says, when do you think Rivendell will be revealed? And it's about time for Gringotts Bank. Yeah, Rivendell, I'm sure, will be revealed on a Wednesday. So we thought it was going to be 2 Wednesdays ago, or this Wednesday, or last Wednesday, but still nothing yet. It's just a running joke that big things always get revealed right after the morning break. So
Right,
we have to
yes.
wait a week
And there
to get
was
to it.
something last week. Was it the A-frame?
It might, yeah, I think it was the A-frame and maybe even that Gringotts rumor. So we do finally have a rumor for a Gringotts Bank to go with your Diagon Alley. However, I think it costs more than the entire Diagon Alley.
Oh.
Because I think, let me pull it up. I don't remember what.
$479?
It's $430 for the Gringotts.
Okay.
Wow.
Was Diagon Alley more than that, or was that $400?
I can't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, so it's going to be massive. It's got the underground railway system that they ride on, so hopefully it'll be something cool on maybe the roller coaster tracks, I would imagine.
I don't know how that can. A lot of people want it to align with their Diagon Alley. I don't know how it could do that with the basement, with the underground.
I think it's going to be, somebody pointed this out to me, and I would agree, that I think it's going to be kind of like a Jabba's Palace Rancor pit kind of situation.
You take it off.
Where you can unstack it if you don't want to have it beneath, and then you can have that as a side build or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I would wager. But woof, man.
I want to see bank vaults, like specific character bank vaults.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
sure.
Yeah.
There will be the one full of all of Harry's gold, and there will probably be the one with the Sorcerer's Stone in it.
Harry had gold.
Harry had a lot of gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not a Harry Potter person. I forgot.
Harry Potter was rich.
Oh, well, that's
Harry
good. I didn't know
was
that.
rich.
Yeah, he was
I
stacked.
didn't know money played into it.
That's like in the first movie, they go to the bank to like withdraw all of his parents' money because his parents are dead.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
And,
If you haven't seen it like me.
And they open his vault and it's just full of gold.
Wow.
I don't. It's explained in the books. It was like his grandfather or great grandfather invented some like potion or something that everybody uses. So his family was.
I'm
rich.
going to make it through it.
We got a ton of other Harry Potter rumors if we want to keep rolling with that. We also have a 600-piece Quidditch trunk for $65. So this, I imagine, will be more similar to, was it Hogwarts Moments? Or no. What was the one with Hedwig perched on the books and it had the potion bottles and all that stuff?
Oh,
it's
yes.
like a larger than life kind of thing. So that should be an interesting one. You'll get the 3 Quidditch balls plus the snitch. So that should be a good one. We also have the Battle of Hogwarts, 730 pieces for $84.99. So I imagine that's probably going to be like the courtyard duel between Harry and Voldemort.
That's one of my top ones because you can imagine the cool looking pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Figures, battle ready figures, you know.
Especially if they do the actual like magic beams like colliding into each other. But I'd imagine at $85 we'll probably get like maybe two sides of that courtyard with like a pile of rubble in the corner, the two of them battling. I would really like to see some of those statues as minifigures. Do you remember the statues that come to life? Those were some sweet looking ones. Expecto Patronum, 754 pieces for $64.99. This is one we've seen a bunch as like small play sets. I think we've seen it at least twice.
My
maybe
guess
even 3
is
times.
they're making a huge Translite Blue statue.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Play set. That could.
Would be amazing.
Yeah.
All those pieces. You could build your own Lego Masters Holiday Special trophy. With
Oh
all
my
those
gosh, I
pieces.
love that trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that trophy.
I would wager either
Trophy is
that
so cool.
or maybe something in the line of like the Star Wars dioramas, where it's like a more polished looking kind of thing, but you've got like the whole lake maybe with some trees around it, and then some trans blue like dish pieces for those radiating circles of the spell.
Oh, Morgan says the big Hedwig was in Harry Potter's Icons.
Icons, thank
There
you,
you go.
not moments. I think moments is what the books are called.
Yeah.
I sometimes get the terminology mixed up. Let's see. There were a bunch more Harry Potter ones, but I can't remember which account I saw
Morgan
them
had
on.
an
Either
idea
or
that
they
sounds
got
like it would be
removed.
cool. It says they should have the Gringotts extend below the entire length of Diagon Alley.
Oof, that actually, that might be
sounds
what
cool.
they do.
Yeah.
Because you think about how much space that roller coaster track takes up in a very short amount of time. Like I remember the Indiana Jones minecart chase set was like this little build, and then the track was like 4 feet long. So that's actually, there could be some credibility to that.
Mouster says
Idea.
Harry Potter equals boring.
I feel
so
that.
he's there
And
with
then
you,
he's there
Randy.
with you.
I love Harry Potter. I
Right.
think it's amazing. The movies are amazing. They're kind of like Lord of the Rings in that you can go back and you can watch them over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to rewatch movies after I've seen them.
It has so many things that I feel like I should like. I don't know why I just never got into it. But I like a bunch of the sets. I
I'm
have
just
Diagon Alley.
glad that they're still doing different things.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen a lot of the same stuff time and again, but it seems like they're realizing that and they're actually branching out and doing some different stuff.
No more Hagrid's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is, before we move on from Harry Potter, it looks like they're going to have a buildable Dobby.
Yeah, that was another
A
one.
large, maybe about that big, for $40, and Dobby's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And he'll probably have his sock.
I learned about his fate watching The Big Bang Theory. That was terrifying.
Spoiler
Terrible.
alert. Spoiler alert.
I didn't see what his fate was. That's just how I learned it from watching that, because I knew his character. And I was like, wait, is that true?
In the first few runs of Harry Potter, they held off from doing the last 2 movies because they are so adult.
Oh,
And
okay.
people die in them, and they're dark. And so they just didn't make any Lego sets for them. But now that's out the window
yeah,
now
we do
that
that.
they're making Lego sets for adults.
Oh, okay.
I found the rest of them. Harry Potter Quidditch Practice, but it's only $4.99, so that's probably a polybag. That could be similar to the really old set that came out where it was just like Harry and Draco and the little Remember All thing. We got Gringotts, we got Battle of Hogwarts, Patronum, Quidditch Trunk, Dobby, and Harry Potter and Cho Chang Brickheads. And Draco Malfoy and Cedric Diggory Brickheads. And then Kingsley Shacklebolt Brickheads. That's kind of an interesting one, but I can totally see it because he's got that unique hat that I'm sure they'll do with printed tiles. And then another night bus.
A UCS night bus. is
Yeah,
my guess.
for $160. Yeah, it's getting to UCS scale.
But
2,200 pieces.
2,200 pieces. Yeah,
So,
that's huge.
Certainly bigger than minifig scale. So I guess that would probably be what you would call a UCS night
They've
bus.
come out with so many night buses.
So many.
Yeah.
That's another one like Hagrid's Huts.
It's kind of like the UCS gunship in a way, in that it's just kind of too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have all these minifigure scale versions. Now we want more minifigure scale version gunships. They're gonna do the same thing with this.
Yeah, I don't know what other features and level of detail they're going to be able to get into this at a bigger scale, though. I mean,
And I'm a Harry Potter fan.
it's a pretty brief scene.
But who needs a UCS night bus?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the shrunken head and like the swinging chandelier and the beds that slide all over the place. That's like kind of all the gimmicks that the Night Bus has. I don't know. Unless
Maybe
there's
it'll
like a
be-
whole like transformer thing where you can like take it and like squish it and make it thinner.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Fazoom's in the chat.
I believe that is it for Harry Potter. So
Good
if you
morning,
want,
Fazoom.
if you want
Good
to tackle
morning.
something else, Chris.
All right, yeah. Let's see. There's some Lego idea sets that have reached 10,000 votes that we could see as actual Lego sets. The medieval market.
Village.
It's a like a dock. It's like
Okay.
a port,
Yeah.
a medieval port, which is pretty cool. And then there's Stargate,
Yeah, I saw Stargate.
which
Oh.
is
Yeah.
pretty popular still.
Yeah.
And then there's a moving castle on one of those castles on top of a giant animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So any of those could be popular ones. So the moving castle is kind of steampunkish.
Okay.
Was it Howl's Moving Castle? Do you know?
No, it was on
Okay.
top of an animal,
Okay.
a four-legged creature.
So just off-brand Moving Castle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if more of that, all of those projects, except for maybe Stargate, sound like they would have more success through the Brooklyn Designer Program. We see a lot more of those like castle and medieval-oriented ones having success over there. So.
And the moving castle, there was a movie called, I think it was Mortal Engines.
Yeah, that was another one.
And that was such a good movie. It was just its own standalone thing, and if you haven't seen it, I would go watch it.
I
It was
have not seen
really
that.
good. Yeah.
Add to my
I
list.
can't remember what I saw it on, but it was years ago on like Netflix
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
We have a question for the two of you from
What you got?
ITPC Pro. Which is the better Brick Fair Virginia to go to? Fredericksburg in March or Chantilly in August?
Well, this is the first year Fredericksburg is ever happening, so I mean it's gonna be hard to say, but Todd always puts on a good show, so I'm sure it'll be good.
Usually first year shows are smaller. And,
Yeah.
they're building up. And we're not going to Fredericksburg, but we will go to Chantilly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chantilly would have to be the better one. And again, if you're going to go get that exhibitor pass,
Yeah.
so you can go all 5 days.
There you go.
And yeah, Chantilly's
do.
been around for. I've been going to Chantilly since I was a kid, so that's
We didn't
a
say
great
this year.
show for sure. That's
They
where all the big
not
dogs
do it
come
the
out.
weekend school starts. It's my only thing.
It's always
so
the
hard to
first
get there, yeah.
weekend in August.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where this conversation started, but okay, Morgan said, I want to get some Star Wars book recommendations from you. I've read a lot of Star Wars books, and Malister replied back and said, the Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn are the best. And yes, that is the best trilogy, but unfortunately that was before Disney bought them, so it's not considered canon anymore.
Oh.
They made a new Thrawn trilogy, and the first book was Thrawn's origin, and it was really, really good. The second book was terrible. It was Thrawn teaming up with Anakin, and it was just pointless. And so I would read that first Thrawn book by Disney. I can't remember who wrote that, but I wouldn't even bother with the second one.
I saw somebody saying recently that they'd love to see Thrawn team up with Cad Bane here in one of these shows. I think that'd be interesting.
Oh.
The Ahsoka book was good. Not as good as the Thrawn book, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Fazoom said, love the Citron set. Oh, what could have been. Yeah, tell me about it, Fazoom. I'm sure you've seen my monorail, so now I'm doing all the bad guy ships, the black and green ones. I ordered those 2 base plates on Bricklink Chris.
Oh, okay.
Just because there was only like one person who actually had 2 of them,
What
so I
did
went
that
ahead
run
and
you?
just pull the trigger. They were like $25 a piece.
That's not bad.
So it was alright. For old raised base plates like
They break easy.
they do. These ones fortunately weren't broken, it just had the thing on some of the studs where some of the paint is kind of rubbed off. Alright, let's see what else
Hey, Grumpy
we
J,
got.
do any of these books have pictures? Because I'm not good at the reading thing. Graphic novels, Grumpy
talk
J.
about
Graphic novels. There you go.
You want to talk about the test lab since you were already talking about ideas?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I saw you had that on
Yeah,
your
I've got
list.
the test lab on here.
I think this also came out
I
maybe
don't-
like last Wednesday.
I
or
don't know
Thursday.
much about the test lab.
It must have been a competition that had specific submissions, because it's a lot of like very small, kind of self-isolated ideas projects.
I don't like them very much. There's
None of them really did it for me. I
9
like
of
the
them.
concept.
There's 9 of them, and I'm a little confused as to what's going on with it. You know, because they've got the Bricklink Designer Program, they've got Lego Ideas, and then this test lab. It said something about starting in 2017. So I don't know if they've come out before or not, but also they put their bricks and pieces department in charge of it.
Interesting.
So the article
So
I
they're all
read,
using pretty common pieces.
they're
nobody
really
thinks or anything.
no.
Yeah.
The article I read said that you'll be able to buy the whole kit, but then also that article was kind of contradicting, and it said they'll give you the instructions and you've got to order the parts off bricks and pieces, which would make sense too.
Well, maybe you order it from the Bricks and Pieces website, but you order it as the kit for that one, and they send you the instructions, and they just have a bunch of those pieces kind of already pulled in those numbers.
Let's finish talking about the test lab before we get to any comments here. But the Cyber Explorers was one, and they're just a buildable robot and his pet robot. And these are all small little things. There's a garden, a market stall. There's a billboard, a blank billboard, which I like a lot. That's actually one of the better ones.
I see submissions a lot like that, where it's just like little things you can add to your city. So this is a good outlet for that.
I think a lot of these are educational and how to build stuff.
Yeah,
because
I think it's
they're
going to be
so
very
basic.
technique oriented. Yeah.
Wacky Fish, modular motors, which are these just 2 basic little cars, and it's like we throw those on the pick-a-brick table.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I don't get the point of all this. Greenhouse vignette, a Christmas sock, which I'm sure will be popular because there's people.
Stocking? Is it like a
Yeah.
stocking? Okay.
Oh,
And then the sugar skull, which is neat.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's pretty cool.
And
I thought it
Those
was
are
just a
cool.
skull.
I can
with
see
flowers
them
on it.
doing a bigger sugar skull in the future, but the sugar skull's cool. So I don't know if anybody has any input on those test lab sets.
Fazoom said, I was at Brick Fair Chantilly in 2011, 13, and 14. Were you there as a kid? Sheesh. I was at Brick Fest in 2006 as a kid, Fazoom. And then Brick Fair, I think, was the following year, 2007 maybe, was some of the earliest years for those. But yeah, Brick Fest, if you remember Brick Fest, that means you've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then they're also talking about we need an ABC Discord so we can keep these community conversations going outside the live streams. That's something we could certainly look into. I'll talk about that with Mark a little bit when he gets back. We could look into getting that set up and getting some moderators in place to keep that under control.
So Fazoom's saying he was at Brickfest 2006 as an adult.
Yes, yeah. He was saying he felt old if I was there as a kid.
At what point? I don't consider him an adult now. So at what point has he regressed?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like Benjamin Button kind of thing.
Next it says, Daniel does not want to answer my question. That's okay. Daniel, what's your latest? I already talked about my latest project I'm working on. It's Citron.
At the beginning.
I did, and then I talked about it a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, anything else?
Let's see your water cups covering your shirt. There you go.
Yeah, that could be. Yep, Fazoom says I was at Brickfest 2006 as an adult. There you go.
I love it.
I think that was the first convention I went to, was the 2006 Brickfest. Was it like a hotel? I think it was in Tyson's Corner, maybe. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, we'll look into getting some Discord stuff set up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what else we got. We talked about Test Lab. You want to do Disney? There's a lot of Disney stuff to cover.
Yeah, we can do Disney. We haven't seen like.
All right, let me ask over here. You want to do Disney, Randy?
Disney's great. Let's talk about Disney.
All right, we'll
What
come
do we got?
over
We got
here
a birthday
and Chris
train.
can sit over there.
I'll read
Does
the
it
comments.
sing Happy Birthday to
Yeah,
you?
there you go. You do the comment. So Lego Disney
Yes.
birthday train, and the picture that these leak websites always put some kind of picture to go with it, even though it's obviously not what's coming out. So they put a picture of the Disney train, but if you actually read the details, it's only 200 pieces.
Yeah.
So
That's mighty small.
really tiny.
Yeah.
I'd be interested. Morgan or somebody could look this up. How many pieces did like that little Legoland train set have? Because I bet that's like about
Right.
200
Yeah, that's like a
pieces.
$20 set.
And that's
Yeah.
barely minifig scale.
Maybe, you know what? This might be along the lines of those micro buildings that they're making.
Maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This one is $40, but it's because it supposedly, I assume, comes with 6 minifigures. You got an odd bunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Moana,
Yeah.
Woody, Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Mickey, and Minnie. I feel like most of those are classics except for like Woody and
How does Moana go into that? Even Woody is a classic.
I think it's just
Yeah.
kind of an assortment of characters, or maybe there's something to it, like each one's like a different decade, maybe
Yeah.
loosely. I don't know. Anyway, April 1st release on that one. Should be a fairly small set, but should be a cool one anyway.
April
for the
1st, April
anniversary.
Fool's Day.
I was gonna say, is it
They're
April?
gonna-
There's
Fool's
been a
joke?
lot of April 1st releases rumored, and
Morgan comes through.
kinda scares me.
Legoland trains 210 pieces.
wow, so not
So-
even that many pieces.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's
so,
kinda small,
all right, it's going to
that's
be a
all,
very
yeah.
small train with a lot of minifigs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then the other big Disney news this week is the 100th anniversary minifigures. We have all of the names and one of the pictures.
Oh wow.
So we have Oswald the Funny Rabbit, which
I had
we
to look
got
him up.
as a, we got as a
Oh, yeah.
brickhead
Yes, we did.
already. Pinocchio with printed fishbowl. Jiminy Cricket with parasol. I imagine that'll be like the Hagrid's umbrella piece, because his is usually like folded
Folded up,
right?
yeah.
He doesn't have it open.
Wait,
Yeah.
which Pinocchio is it? Is it long nose Pinocchio or
I know.
short nose? Is it the liar or the before you started the
Does he?
lie?
I would
Is it when he's
imagine
turning into a
short
donkey?
nose. Let's see, Magician Mickey with bucket and mop from
Fantasia?
Fantasia. That's probably one of the top ones
That'd
on this
be
list
good.
for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get that one. Princess Tiana with printed 2x3 tile. Anybody's guess what that would
Yeah.
be? Dr. Facilier, is that how you
Cecilia,
say it?
yeah.
With printed 1x2 tile and walking stick. Pocahontas with compass. Mulan with Cricky on printed stone. I like that one too. I'll
Yeah.
probably have to get Mulan. Stitch with 4 arms and ray guns. This is the big one, and we do have a picture for this. It is reusing those 4-arm pieces from what's that guy's name? Rio?
From
Raya?
Star Wars,
Yeah.
from Solo.
Yeah. And he's a really expensive minifigure because he's the only one who's ever come with those split arm pieces, and now he had him in dark blue, and this Stitch is going to have him in red because he's in that like red jumpsuit. Let's see, Miguel with guitar and dog Dante. I think
Who's
is that
Miguel?
Coco?
That's Coco.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's Coco. Yeah.
Either Coco or what was the other recent one? Encanto? One of those
Yeah,
two, I'm
I
sure.
think that's Coco.
And Ernesto de la Cruz with guitar. All right, here's another one I'm excited about. Cruella de Vil
Yay.
with Dalmatian.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
If
Oh,
they screw up Dalmatians,
Dalmatians,
one
oh.
more time, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm with you,
I'm
Daniel.
gonna lose it. We've gotten the one that's
Yes.
printed on a German
The
Shepherd
Shepherd.
body, which is a joke.
Yes.
We've got the
Friends
Friends
one
one,
that
which you
doesn't
might
look
like
like
more than me, but
No, it's
I don't
terrible.
care for
The
it.
puppy is cuter than the dog,
Yeah.
but the puppy, yeah.
The brickheads are the
It's
best
terrible.
ones we've gotten so far, so I'm holding out that the Cruella de Vil with Dalmatian is going to be good. Now, it may be the kind of cartoony style
Yeah.
Dalmatian, but hopefully
We
still
need
good.
something different.
Yeah. All the leaks have said Baymax with red hoverboard, but I think it's actually supposed to be his charging station. Cause
Who's
Yeah,
Baymax?
Baymax.
From
Big Hero
Big
6?
Hero 6. He's like the big
Big
white
white.
puffy guy.
Yeah. I love that. Oh.
Evil Queen with magic mirror.
Ooh,
think
I like
that's
that
cool.
one. Mm-hmm.
Princess Aurora with owl. Prince
Okay.
John with bag, and Robin Hood with bow. I think those will be 2 really good ones.
Yeah.
At first I thought I was thinking Little John, but it's actually Prince John,
John.
which is the
The
tiger,
tiger,
right?
yeah,
the
with the
crown
crown,
and
yeah.
the gems on it, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then the Queen of Hearts is the last one. So that's, I think I counted earlier and it was 18, so this is
Wow.
bigger than even old CMF series used to be at
100 years of
60.
Disney deserves that, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to get a full set, but there's definitely a handful of good ones in there that I'll be looking forward to.
It would have been really cool if they put a Chase figure in there, like Mr. Gold.
Somebody said, let me see, it might have been promo breaks. Let me double check. Somebody said that there's potentially an extra something, an extra princess or something. So there could potentially be a Chase figure. I don't know if it would be in line with Mr. Gold, but there could be like an all silver minifig or something that's maybe only one per box, kind of like the, what was it, the policeman for the anniversary one that was like
and
one per
then,
box.
Grinwald for Harry Potter.
Yeah. They're not, one of 5,000, but they may be,
And there
harder
was
to
the
find.
mystery figure from...
That one was a joke.
That
yeah,
was
the Highwayman.
The Highwayman, yeah. That just didn't make any sense at all.
So anyway, lots of good stuff to look forward to. Good Disney goodness.
So Morgan said that the forearm guy from Solo is Rio Durant,
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
and he's going for $68 on Bricklane.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
No surprise there.
I'm sure it'll stay there. I don't
Yeah.
think the Stitch coming out would make him go down.
No.
Brickmon VA says definitely need the Cruella. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. New dog molds, yay, of course. BJ says Princess Tiana's tile is maybe a menu. I don't think I've seen that one.
I watched it.
That's Princess and the Frog,
once.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yep. Let's see what else people are talking about. Yeah, Disney train rumors don't make a lot of sense. I agree, BJ. Maybe it's a typo. Maybe it's 2,000 pieces instead of 200. That would really...
Yeah, right?
That
would
would
make a lot more
make
sense.
a lot more sense, yeah. Malistair says, I will be at Atlanta Brick Con. We should all do lunch or something. Get fat and talk Lego together. Yeah, I'm always down for hanging out with fans at conventions. I mean, community is what it's all about, so if you can find us all running around and wrangle us all
Yeah.
up, I'm happy to get lunch with y'all, especially because I missed you when you were here, Malistair. Gold Mickey minifig would be cool. I'm sure that's what they would do if they did anything.
Yeah.
Or either that or like Walt Disney himself or something.
That'd be
like
really
the
cool.
statue, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would be fun.
I'm Disney being Disney, there will be something whimsical, magical, and surprising that will come alongside these sets as we get closer to their release, I'm sure. I have no doubt of it.
Maybe a gift with purchase or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Speaking of gift with purchases, the current gift with purchase is Houses of the World microscale
Mhm.
buildings, which they're supposed to come out with more of these microscale buildings.
I think it's a set of 4. I think that's the case.
So for people that like microscale, there's a lot out there. Not me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there. So
The current one is kind of like a Spanish-looking house with like the clay tile roofs.
Yeah.
it'll go well with your microscale Rivendell you're gonna get.
Before we get onto that, though, I'm sure the rest of these houses, it's like houses around the world, so I'm sure one will probably be like a pagoda-style kind of Chinese
Yeah.
house. One may be like a stucco house or Victorian or something. So I'm probably gonna pass on this one, but I look forward to what the other 3 will be, or however many they do, because I like that microscale kind of architecture stuff. So depending on the style of each one, I may pick up some of these, but not all of them.
Oh, somebody had said that a Walt Disney minifigure would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that would be.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, his head in the Frozen Vault, that's what I'm still pulling for.
And then somebody said maybe not Walt Disney with his complicated history. Malister said that. I don't know his complicated history. I'm not a Disney fan.
Yeah. It's up to, Disney will do what Disney wants to do, and it's up to Lego to either decide if it's against their policies or with it.
Yeah. I don't know all the back history of all the.
Yeah, everybody's from a long time ago.
I feel like I'm a normal level Disney fan.
Yeah.
Not way high, not
Yeah.
low, but just a normal level.
Yeah, I
Disney.
mean, I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I just I'm not, they cover so much now, it's hard to
Yeah.
say you're not a Disney
Yeah.
fan. I love Marvel and Star Wars, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Just, all the girly stuff, princesses.
Little princesses, yeah.
I do like Frozen, love Frozen.
I've never watched Frozen.
With the age of your
I know.
daughters?
My husband took them to go see that in the theaters probably 4 or 5 times, and it was just their thing, and that's what they did. And so
What did
when
he
it
do to
played
have
in
to
the
do
house,
that?
he loves Frozen. My
Oh,
husband
okay.
loves Frozen.
Yeah.
He loves the story. And so he had no problems going to see it, but I just, when it was on and they were doing something, and I usually had another younger baby, so I was dealing with the baby, and so if a movie was on and they were sitting still, I was usually doing something else, so I've never actually, I've heard it.
Yeah.
It's like an audiobook.
I've heard it.
I've never said it all, I've never sat and
hundreds
watched
of
it all.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rivendell we talked about, I think for a couple weeks now, but Joe and I are still placing bets and going back and forth between microscale and minifig. I'm still on the team microscale. I'm thinking it's still going to be similar to the UCS Hogwarts that they came out with kind of a sweeping landscape with rockwork and trees and things, and then maybe a side stand with potentially, 9 members in the Fellowship, potentially plus, Elrond and Arwen, so maybe you're looking at like 10, 11 minifigures. So that's what I would hope for. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but we'll see.
We sell the Hogwarts UCS castle as soon as we get it in. We just sold one last week. I think Joe bought it, actually. But we also get it in more than any other UCS set. People trade it in because after they've built it, they're just, what are you going to do with it?
Like
It takes
mine.
up
I'm
less
probably going to
space.
keep that forever.
Yeah. And I think Daniel is correct in expecting a microscale one, because then you're not disappointed when you actually find out it is a microscale.
Right. Yeah.
And if you're surprised by a minifigure scale one, then great.
Yeah.
But even if they do a minifigure scale one, they're not going to do it justice. And
it's a high price point and it's a lot of pieces, but when you start building something that's as sprawling in minifigure scale, you're only looking at maybe like 2 buildings and a tower and some scenery or something. I would rather see a more fleshed out version.
So Nexus, to Zach said, Atlanta Brick Con is sold out. I think the exhibitor space is sold out.
Yeah.
They have not sold out of public day tickets yet.
Yeah.
So, and then Scott Robinson said, "I'd love to add more sets to my Pirates of the Caribbean." But then the night guy said Sea of Thieves, which is a video game, is now has a connection to Pirates of the Caribbean. So I guess they've partnered with Disney in that. And that would be cool.
Well, I think there's still another Pirates movie in the pipeline. Is that right, or did that get canned?
I don't. They had talked about doing one,
And then
it was in the middle of all the court drama. So I don't know if it's put away.
Zac Efron.
Yes, was supposed to come be.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the
That might
Jack.
have changed now. He's just doesn't have that pirate look anymore. He's too bulky now.
Yeah, he's doing a wrestling movie, and he looks crazy bulked up. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens if that movie's still in the works or not. But that, I think, with those licensed things, there has to be something currently relevant for it to come back.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's out.
I think this is a rumor, but it's probably going to happen. It's a 212th Clone Trooper coming out in one of those foil packs in the Lego Star Wars magazine, which only comes out it's produced in Europe. It's hard to find in America. And the 212th is the orange guy. Yeah. And they're pretty highly sought after. So that would be a big deal. Also, there's a Doctor Strange polybag coming out,
which is awesome looking.
Yeah.
I love that.
Man,
let me see if I can find the picture of that.
That's killer.
I got it in one of these several accounts. I might have saved it if I was smart. Yeah, there it is. So you got Doctor Strange. This is using the like rubberized molded cape, and then behind him you've got a little scene where they built like his what's the ring?
Saw wheel.
Well, no, the saw one was when he cut the bus in half. You're thinking from Lego Masters. This is like the portal he opened. The sling ring is the thing on his hand. I just can't remember what the name of the actual portal is. But you've got 4 of those like 4x4 macaroni tiles in trans orange, it looks like, which is sweet. And then there's like a little microscale city behind it. So it looks like, I'm not going to be able to get close enough to the iPad.
Can we do it?
I'll try it. We'll see. But you can find pictures of this pretty readily available now. But I think this is a fantastic polybag. I'm going to pick up at least one of these if they pop up at Target or Walmart there by the checkout. Usually is where I find them. I really like that one. This is probably the best polybag I've seen in maybe a couple years.
Since Revan.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, always nice to see polybags have a little bit more thought put into them and some new pieces even than just throwing some junk out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of junky polybags.
Yes, there are.
What drives me crazy is the microscale vehicles with no minifigures. It's just they're so boring.
Yeah. They're kind of cool, like if they're ones that are smaller versions of like a bigger set. Like there was that Ninjago one. It's like the ice tank or whatever it is, the white one with the thing.
Someone wants to know: did Daniel ever get his brown spaceman?
No, I have not found CMFs anywhere around here, and I'm a stickler, and I don't like to buy them online and get them blind. I like to feel them up in stores, so I'll keep waiting till they come back in stock, either at Barnes and Noble or Target or something.
We'll see what we can find for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Johnny Flounders asking, Chris, have you decided how long the 20% off sale will go yet? Please make it to February 3rd at least.
During Atlanta BrickCon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably keep it through Atlanta BrickCon. And then,
There you go.
And then put a complete on it.
Yeah, because people are going to be coming in with their winnings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Night guy's out. Gotta go to work. Work schmirk.
Yeah, right.
No, just skip work. Play hooky night.
Yeah. No one will ever know.
I've got one.
I'll know because I'm your boss.
Scott Robinson found 2 Spaceman CMFs on his first trip to Walmart.
Wow.
That's
We
not
have been
bad.
on a hunt for a while around here and haven't found
Well,
any.
what's actually great, so I keep going to Barnes & Noble looking for them, and they still have Series 23 ones. And every time I go, I find more of that Night Girl, and I can't help but buy more of her because I know that she's just going to keep going up.
Yep.
So I've got a handful of those, and I'm going to keep some of those sealed. I've got enough open ones.
Now, I know you were working on an army of the Rocking Horse Girl. Have you found? Have you been able to find any of her yet?
The first Series 24 minifigure that got traded into the store was sealed in the bag, and we were all in the back. I think it was me and Jacob and Joe, and we were all like, let's take, I think it was Joe said, let's take bets on which minifigure's in this bag. And I thought through, they all just threw random guesses out pretty quick, and it's going to be lame. Oh, are we buffering?
Oh, we're buffering.
Did we lose
I'm
it?
on.
Oh, there
You're
we go.
good?
Okay,
Okay.
we're good.
Yep, and it's
I
good.
said it's going to be a bad figure, and so he opened it and looked at it, but he didn't show me what it was. And I said, can I have the paper just so I can look at what all the options are? And I said, hands down, it's got to be the Rocking Horse Girl. And sure enough, the first Series 24 minifigure we got traded in was that stupid Rocking Horse Girl.
Yep.
All right. So AX10 said, I have 12 Falconers now and 15
Wow.
worked so far.
Rub it in, Axio. Rub it in.
Hashtag Army Builder Life, all
Wow.
found at Barnes & Nobles and Walmarts.
Yep.
Very nice.
Somebody, I won't say who, I think went to our Barnes & Noble and bought them all up, and they all got sold out.
Yeah.
Because when I went in there, I was like, do you have any of these CMFs? I'm looking for them. And they're like, oh, some guy came in here the other day and bought like 25 of them.
Did you ask to describe the guy?
I thought about it, but I let it go. But I'm pretty sure it was Jacob. Because Jacob said he bought a whole bunch recently, and he wouldn't tell anybody where he got them.
That's funny.
And they haven't come back since.
Fazoom wants to know how much the Blacktron gift with purchase is selling for. I think it's 60 or 70. I think it's 70, right?
I don't think it's 70. I think it's 60.
Okay, we've gotten probably 5 or 6 of them in stock.
They're just
and
trickling in.
they sell the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Usually employees are buying them. So.
Yeah. Once all the employees get one,
Yeah.
you all
It'll
won't
be
be able to
available,
buy
yeah.
them. Sorry, it's got to trickle down a little bit.
OK Chief is asking him for thoughts on Brickfest. I've never actually been to a Brickfest before.
Are Brickfests still around? I thought they weren't around. Oh, okay. I was
Philly-
talking
Philly
earlier about the
Brickfest
Brickfest Virginia. up in
Has
Northern
been
Virginia.
a massive show. I don't know if it's much of a convention or not, but
Yeah.
it's been a big show. People complaining they do the whole fest in 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know anything about Brickfest.
I think Mark's talked about those ones before as being more oriented towards kids than like AFOLs and mock builders. I think it's more like events and experiences and games and stuff than it is maybe mock displays. I haven't been to one, so if you want to know more about that, I would probably talk to Mark when he gets back.
I don't think he's ever been to a Brickfest.
I don't know. If that's the one he's talking about, he made it sound like he had, and it was not what you might be expecting from a convention as an adult.
I think we did have a Brickfest, and he was there with me, in Atlanta, and it was a one-time thing, and it just wasn't wasn't that great. But,
Gotcha.
But some of them are. It's like they have a big show and then they have smaller shows. So.
Yeah.
I have one more piece of serious Lego news here.
Oh, and then we can get
this-
to the
yes.
then we can get to the silly
Actually,
news.
Yes.
this actually makes sense. So, Fortnite rumors are back.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
jeez.
So the last rumor was a Lego bus set,
Yeah.
the battle bus,
Yeah.
and you know, after all these years, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense why they would do that. But
I mean, I think it made sense. I think that's why it was believable as a rumor. But
yeah, but what does make
there
sense
wasn't any
is
credibility to it.
somebody heard something got out there about them making Lego collaborating with, I think is it Epic Games that makes Fortnite?
I think so.
And then people started saying, oh, they're collaborating with Fortnite, so now here's what they're going to do to the Battle Bus. And I think they are collaborating. However, it's they're going to make a Lego island in the Fortnite game.
I'm sorry, did you say Lego Island?
Yes.
No pizzazz.
No plural. Lego island.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Oh.
And isn't the video game Island
What?
the one you
The
like?
Lego Island video game?
Oh,
yeah,
is
but
it
that's,
Island?
that's the old one.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just one, yeah.
No, in Fortnite you have islands so that
Okay.
people can't get off the island. I mean,
Okay.
so the Lego, I don't know if you remember this, but like last year, Lego and Sony both invested millions of dollars into Epic Games to be a part of their metaverse. And their metaverse, not Facebook's metaverse. And so then
There's too many metaverses.
so what it looks like is they're going to have all of their Lego parts inventory uploaded into this metaverse so that you can build with Lego and buy the Lego. And this is the Fortnite is kind of going to be the testing grounds for this.
Sure.
Something like that.
Right.
So the collab is not actually going to be any physical Lego sets.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm surprised because
We'll
of the
see.
like violence of Fortnite that Lego would team up with that. That seems.
Isn't that one more like a cartoon violence, or is it not? I don't know. I don't.
It's pretty cartoony. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, then people are running around with like
Crazy.
ponies that they ride, and they hit people with the ponies. And
Yeah.
the pony sticks, whatever.
Yeah, it's
you
not
know,
realistic, but it's still just I don't know.
I'm not
I just
gonna- I'm
don't
not
see
gonna
the two
pretend
of
to
them
know anything
together.
about this
But
and
the
make a fool of
violence
myself talking
is
about it.
Yeah.
you're trying to,
Yeah.
shoot people in the head and
Yeah.
kill them.
Right.
You know?
I don't know what happened. Something changed. I just know my kids haven't played in
But
a long time.
Lego
so
is moving
not gonna-
past the violence and
Oh, okay.
stuff. I mean, with all these adult sets and Harry Potter sets they're coming out with.
Oh, okay.
So that's it for Lego news I have. Do you have anything else?
Oh, Fazoom explained Brickfest OG, which I think is the one I was talking about that was a long time ago, and I think they stopped doing that, is way different from the current Brickfest or Brickfest Live. Yeah, I've heard about Brickfest Live too. Let me double check. Oh, A-Frame Cabin. I think that was Nuisance last week, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or did we talk about it?
we talked about it because we thought that might be the news.
It was like an upcoming release,
and
but it now has.
as soon as we finished the broadcast, they came out with pictures of it.
Yeah. So you can find pictures of that now. I'm not surprised that it's a much more polished looking building as opposed to the original idea submission, which was very kind of rugged. They tend to do that with idea submissions. A lot of it is probably for structural integrity, but also just displayability. A lot of those idea submissions are very natural and rugged looking, just like that, and they kind of polish them up, clean them up. But yeah, it looks
Love
great. The sides come off. You've got 2 floors inside. Looks great.
It looks exactly like a cabin my family always went to
Yeah.
up in Shaver Lake in California. Like
Do you think
exactly.
you're gonna get that?
Oh,
one?
oh yes. I want to customize it to make it look like the cabin we stayed in. It unfortunately burned down in some of the fires in California, but I was like, oh, it was such a fun. We went there for years.
So we are getting people filling out job applications for our Orlando store, and you can do that on our website, atailbrick.com, under About Us, go to Employment Forms, And we are accepting applications. We're not actually hiring anybody yet, but we do want those applications in so that we can, when we do set up a day or two to do interviews, we have those ready to go. So if you haven't heard back from us, it's just because we're not ready to do anything yet. We're still looking at an opening date of late spring. And then also we are actively buying and trading Lego out of our Orlando location. You could drop Lego off and get store credit for it. However, you couldn't spend it either until the store opens, or you could buy something online, or you could spend it at Atlanta Brick Co.
Yeah.
So fill out that form, the trading form, and on our website, and also the hiring form on our website if you want to do either one of those. We have already set up a few trades at our location, but we have to do it by appointment only because the storefront's not open yet.
Yep. Yeah, you can still stop by and get a beer next door, though, right?
Yep.
You could. Yeah.
Hey.
They're a brewery. Yeah.
It's great.
Let's see. Expecting my owl to bring me my grand opening invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna be planning some kind of event. There may be a soft opening and then a grand opening after that. But I'm sure we'll have something probably with a red carpet and some big scissors, right,
We
Chris?
could just show up as an owl. Send him over
there you
to
go. Uh-huh.
Grumpy Jay's house.
I bet he'd do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never did a grand opening here.
Yeah.
We just opened.
Just open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
for
for
your
it.
first location, you know.
Yeah.
But now that we've got fans and popularity, we should maybe try and put something together.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Flounder says Hourglass Brewery is pretty good. Had a holiday party there with my team last year. There you
Great.
go.
Oh, cool.
You might have met the guys who own it then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're a wizard, Grumpy.
Fazoom's always talking about Kennesaw Brick Company.
Company. Yeah. Right.
Ooh, Nexus says
Yeah.
make Mark dress up like Willy Wonka.
No, we're gonna put him in his Nexo Night costume.
Good
I
morning,
thought.
Starshine.
Yeah.
Yours says hello.
Yeah.
Brick-built scissors, says Travertine Pico.
Mhm.
It's an interesting idea.
Oh.
It'd be something we could try and put Steven on.
That
Yeah.
would be interesting.
Right?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very doable.
Grumpy says I make money disappear like a wizard. All right. Anything else? You got anything you want to share, Randy?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Okay. Anything else from you, Chris?
Nope.
All right. I'm
Right.
good then.
That's
All right.
Thank y'all for joining. Please hit that like button
Yes.
now if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel. If you enjoy our content, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You
Yes.
can join as a member if you haven't already. We've got some great perks down in the membership section. We've got 3 different tiers you can join at. Starting from 99 cents a month, you get used to our use of our great emojis. Then what's the middle one? That's like the special projects tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then the top tier is the rare set collectors. So we're working on getting some more rare set collectors videos out for those folks. But definitely consider joining. Hit the like button out at the very least on your way out. Mark Yako's here with some great old sets. So
Awesome.
Always
actually,
brings in great
So
stuff.
so we may
yeah.
have a rare set
Speaking of
collector
pirates,
video
there you go,
coming
yeah.
out today. So
There
that
you
would be
go.
a great time to join.
I saw pirates.
Yeah, look, see, they're dropping all the emojis
Oh,
to all
love
of
the
our
emojis,
fantastic
yay.
members.
Hey, Mark, can you bring that pirate ship in?
Oh.
Whoa,
You
you're
guys
gonna
get a
get
sneak
a-
peek.
you're
Look
gonna
at
get a-
this.
You're gonna get a rare
Awesome.
set.
You just walked
You're
by
gonna get
and
a
it
rare
looked
set
amazing.
video.
This might be the best
Yeah.
pirate set Lego made.
Mark.
This is it. This is
Hey.
one of the top tier. If you
Here.
don't have this, you're not a real pirate
Mark,
fan.
you want to come tell everybody what you
It's
got?
Jack
Gold
Stone.
Island.
Look.
Yeah, no, that's
Look
okay.
at
You
that.
good? Oh,
I'm good.
Mm.
trying to sneak Mark in.
Look at this. Looks like it has
Absolutely.
all of 100 pieces.
Yeah.
It's got a cannon on it.
And it
Mhm.
shoots
Yeah.
too.
You can shoot the camera out with that.
Oh.
there
Yeah.
you go, right on the iPad. Good
Alright.
shot. Very cool.
It's like he's done that before.
Anyway,
These Jack Stone sets had amazing pieces. I mean, look, you've
Yeah.
got these blue rails
Look at that.
here.
Thanks,
the,
Mark.
Sail and the skull.
the sail's probably the best thing that came in.
Yeah.
This skull.
The skull?
I remember that. No, the sail. The skull actually they used as Squidward's house in SpongeBob, which was
And very
Uh,
cool printed parts. Look, you got
Look at that. You got a map.
that map.
a
yeah,
map
nice.
and a flag there. That's a rare
Okay,
flag.
Great. Black spider webs.
Black
Don't know
spider
how common
webs.
those are.
I mean, those are pretty nice.
Daniel got the
Anyway,
coolest
thank
map
you
this
for
week.
joining. I did.
The other
Oh,
thing
yeah, I
is
did.
tune in tomorrow night for
Yes.
the Joy of Building.
Joy of
Yes.
Building.
With-
Steven's gonna be on his cruise with Dude Perfect, so you're gonna see
Ed. Joy of Building
You want to
with
watch
Ed,
that?
with Ed Gaetani. Come
Yeah.
see it.
Yes.
You ever? They're renaming it the frustration of building. With Ed.
Grumpy Jay, you're gonna love it.
The swearing
It's your
while building.
episode. Yeah.
No, he did one before. He and I did the what was it? We did the Speed Racer set, so he should know
Yep.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, hit the like button. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you in some more videos for the rest of this week. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
What breaks my bricks with Ed? Kids, get your earmuffs.
Nope.